Hello, I'm Debbie Lewis and welcome to Salesforce Live. We're here at Exchange in Las Vegas and I'm here today with Riccardo Milani, who is with Boggi, an Italian men's clothier. Boggi is a finalist in our Innovation Pacesetter Awards. And Riccardo, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, it's been an exciting year for Boggi. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we started an Omni-Channel project in 2016. So we started obviously from the strategy, and I say that we started from the organization first. That's why we built an Omni-Channel department, which I'm in charge of. And we started to define what could be the best practice in order to integrate the e-commerce world together with the retail one. Boggi is a typical retailer company, so obviously the retail business is the core. And I think that's we plan to let's say exploit e-commerce in order to serve the retail world in the best way. That's why we implemented a series of flow in terms of integration in order to guarantee an omni-channel seamless experience to our customers. And we started with the replatforming of the website at first. That's why we choose Salesforce Commerce Cloud, which enables our strategy. So we choose Salesforce because we identify Salesforce as one of the best platforms in terms of omni-channel compliancy. Because as you know, Salesforce are using its own tool for the store associate in the stores. That's why we adopt the tool for our store associates. We started with a simple flow that you can imagine in terms of omni-channel. That is the click and collect flow. So every customer can choose a shop to collect their order, their e-commerce orders, and we have 150 shops all over the world. We are not so many shops all over the world, but the results were really surprising because actually 10% of our customers is choosing the click and collect service.
Wow.
This is amazing considering the fact that we are serving all over the world through e-commerce, but we have only 150 shops all over the world.
That's an incredible story.
Yes.
I understand that you implemented Omni-Channel in 50 stores in just 2 months, which is quite a remarkable achievement and not something that is usual for our customers. Tell me what that experience is like.
I think that the advantage that we have is that we are a really small company, or not so big like the international companies. So the decision-making change is really short. So we can take decisions in a short time and put it on the field because we are really flexible. We have a small team of guys that are really, let's say, motivated in this kind of project, and that's why we are here now, because we work a lot. We work also late nights in order to implement this kind of project, and now we are happy to see the results at the end, because Boggi planned this kind of strategy in order to exploit additional sales opportunity. So we didn't do the omni-channel strategy just to give to our customer the wow effect of the omni-channel experience, but we are really practical in this kind of strategical, so that's why we need to give more sale to the company through the omni-channel strategy.
That's terrific.
We did it because the growth is really important. We are growing 100% on the e-commerce digital year by year. And also in the retail, we are registering a big growth due to this kind of practice, so the omnichannel practice. Yeah.
But we have discovered in many of these implementations that it takes a while for the sales associates to get used to this new experience. Did you have that experience as well?
Absolutely. People is probably the more important and the most critical factor. That's why we started with the omnichannel organization, so people is in the center of the project. But also when we developed the DSS application into the store, so the store associate app, we implemented a dedicated academy for that. So we have the Boggi Academy, in which I personally teach to every new store associate.
Really? That's amazing.
Yeah, how to use the app in the right way. Because in Boggi, every sales is an assisted sales, so we don't have a service sale like big department stores. That's why it's quite important that the instrument needs to be used in the right way, It not to be let's say invasive regarding the process of the ceremonial of the sale, but it needs to be used just in the right case.
Right, right.
Okay.
And how have customers responded to this?
I think that they are enthusiastic because at the end we are giving them a wow effect.
Yes,
also.
right.
So it's a consequence of the process, because people that cannot find something in the stores are happy to have the alternative to buy online, and our store associate can do much upselling, also cross-selling activities through the iPad in the stores.
So it helps them as well.
And actually they represent the 12% of the digital sales, and we roll it up only in Italy, so we are starting in Europe in these days. So if you consider all Italy, is 20% of sales is made by this kind of ordering store app. Yes,
that's terrific.
So we're really.
So can you tell me a little bit about how the Salesforce team? How did we support you during this effort, this major initiative this last year?
Yeah, we started a path together with the CSM, our CSM.
Yes.
There's Giampaolo Comelli, is the Italian CSM. And I think the support is really important for us in terms of community, because I think that only through company as sales we can share our experience together with the other customers. Just to give an example, last week I have a call with the Quicksilver Omni-Channel manager.
Great.
In order to share what are the most critical points in terms of Omni-Channel flows. I think that is really an advantage for us.
I think that customers sharing their experience with other customers is an amazing value.
Absolutely,
don't you agree? And I think that's a lot of what happens here at Exchange in these couple of days.
That's why I'm here.
Yes.
Not only because I'm finalist, but because I think that the conference is really useful for the customers in order to come back to home with new ideas and new way to solve some issues that we have. Yes.
So tell me about Boggi's journey forward. What's next in your journey here?
Yeah, actually we have in plan a new project, so we will develop in July. So we are developing the same project that we did for e-commerce, also for the factory stores, for the outlet channels. That is really important for us. And so we are building a private sale website for our factory customers. And we are enrolling also the use of the iPads in the factories. This is the new project. And then we are working so much in the marketing automation. So we bought also the sales marketing cloud. And we recently hired a new person into the team that is the marketing automation manager, and we've been in charge of all the omni-channel journeys in terms of communication and marketing activities.
If there was one thing that you would say to a new customer starting this journey, what would that be?
The most important thing is starting from organization, as we did. Because, in general, the companies are divided in silos. So you have the e-commerce, the retail one. So you need to create a level above this kind of silos in order to connect them before.
Oh, that's great.
So you cannot be an omni-channel company if you have not a department dedicated to that every day is trying to put the people in the same around the same table to build a unified commerce journey.
That's great advice. And thank you, Riccardo, for your time today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you all for joining us today at Salesforce Live, and stay tuned. Pacesetter Awards will be announced tomorrow.